Hey everyone, it's Jennifer.
And it's Shoniel.
Welcome back to our channel. And today we're going to be talking about how to be more charismatic.
Yes. So I think this is something that we wanted to talk about because we've noticed along the way, I think just in life, that there's always people who just like are really loved by people and they just like talk a lot and they connect more with people. And they just like, I don't know, they just like share their stories and they'll be like talking to someone, like a stranger, and just be carrying on in like a casual, normal conversation. Whereas we find that if we talk to people, it kind of just like ends really abruptly, like really quickly.
Even if I try to like, okay, today I'm going to try to engage in a conversation and just like, I want someone to like see that there's spark in their eyes. They're like, oh my God, like I want to talk to this person. Like, how's your day? And they're like, good. And then like someone behind me would be like, hey, how's it going? And that person would just start like, just talking, and they'll like start like sharing all these things, and I'm like, what is I missing that the other person has?
Yeah, and I think when you like witness people having really good like, conversations, it's almost like you want to like, you wish that you were like that and you wanted to be a part of it.
Yeah.
And just like, I don't know, connect more with people.
Yeah, and I'm always amazed how some people are so charismatic that wherever they go, they get like free things.
Yeah. Yeah, I have like 2 friends that like always just like get free things or I don't know, some kind of perks because they're just so friendly and talkative and the person just like really wants to, I don't know, like help them out or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And it definitely comes in handy when people are traveling. It makes the life experiences so much more enriching when you're a charismatic and likable person.
Yeah.
So if we were to look at these people, like what do you think they have that's so alluring and captivating?
Well, I think definitely like they're like really friendly and like welcoming. Like when they talk to people, it's just like with a smile on their face and like you want to engage in conversation with them.
Yeah.
I think that's one thing. And I think the second thing is that they're so willing to share their story. Like they're willing to like share things. Like it could be something small, but it just like sparks conversation afterwards.
So there's like a level of unawareness and like carefreeness of a charismatic person. Like they go into a room and they're not like assessing people and they're not looking people up and down. They're like just blurting things out with no intention of trying to get anything free. They're literally just like loving life. Like they just love people and people can like sense that in someone. Like
they're just sort of natural. Like there's no like ulterior motive behind what they're doing. It's just like they're doing it because that's just who they are. Right now we're in California, as you can see. This is not Canada. And I guess we like as we travel, we've like come across some charismatic people, and we're trying to see like what can we do to be more like that. Like we might not be naturally charismatic, but we think it's a trait that you can definitely try and like build. So I think one of the things that we're saying that we could do is just like share more. So when we're talking to people, don't be afraid to just like, I don't know, randomly say things.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of the times, for me at least, when I'm in a situation, there's a lot of things that I'm thinking in my head, but I don't say it out loud. So now I'm just like trying to like say things out loud.
With the intention of just, I want to just do this because I want to connect with people. I want to just like relate to people. I want to just like say it for the purpose of just being a human being and telling another human being. Then I think like you can get a lot farther. It's also important to like kind of have a mindset of not being so self-aware when you're trying to speak to people. People can definitely sense more of an authenticity towards you. If you're kind of like going to a room and don't try to assess energies and be so critical of people and yourself, like don't like eye people up and down and like see if they're worth talking or not.
Just be more carefree and just like more inviting. Like be a person where it's like you want to go up and talk to them.
Yeah, exactly.
So you don't seem like you're gonna be like judging people or like criticizing them or anything like that.
Obviously it's very challenging to do because you can't just change your intention overnight and just feel something.
If you're doing it like that, it's gonna be a conscious thing. So you're doing it and you know that you're doing it. But I think if you just like keep doing it over time and build connections with people, then hopefully it'll become like more natural and you don't even think about it as much the next time like you're doing it.
I think you have to be like consciously aware like when you do it, and then you assess like, okay, what is my intention just to connect, or what was my intention, and then you just like over time go through that cycle. I think you do have to be very self-aware in order to change yourself and make it a habit. At least that's what I'm hoping. That's what we're hoping.
Exactly, that's what we're hoping. We don't know the answer, so that's what we're gonna try and see if it works for us, and we hope you guys try and see if it works for you and let us know down below.
Me and I spoke about this when we were just arrived to California, and we've had a couple of days where we tried that strategy, and it's actually been pretty funny. We got to a hostel, like I first like was really kind of weirded out because then like people around you can hear you trying to make conversation, and I didn't know if the girl would want to make conversation with me. And I think like when I got to the desk, I didn't even like say things in the right chronological order because I was like going to check in, but then I was thinking of like, oh, I should smile more, I should do this. So I went up to her and I was like, should I give you my last name? And I think she was probably just like, oh yes, kind of thing. And then after that I got like kind of spooked, and then I don't know what I said, but I was like, oh, how are you doing? And she was like, good, and that was about it.
Yeah.
But then we had like some hostile roommates, and I noticed like both you and I were trying to just like open up and just say things to them. It wasn't like the same as like my charismatic friends where they would probably have to draw so much out of them, but I think it was like the effort that I could tell we both were like, okay, like we should just try to connect with people.
It makes a difference.
Yeah.
Like you definitely do engage in more conversation. Like it doesn't just like end after one question.
Yeah.
Like it actually keeps going, and then they ask you stuff. So I found that at the bike place when we were renting bikes, we were talking to the girl that was giving us our bikes. She would like ask us questions about Canada and like stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it was like it did spark conversation.
So Jonil and I are definitely learning a lot on this trip about how to be more charismatic, and we're definitely going to try the remaining 6 days of our trip.
Yeah.
And we'll see if we've improved since San Francisco.
Yeah. So again, let us know like if you guys try some of these tips, how it's working for you, and are you starting more conversations with people as you meet them. If you like this video, then give it a thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe to us to see more videos, and we will see you next week. Oh, and we're going to be vlogging our trip in California, so look out for our vlog videos.